Welcome everybody to day 5 of the most worth unto you. That's what we've been talking about as we move into the next days and weeks in our year this year, right? And we ended up yesterday talking about the Ammon principle, right? As we change the spiritual atmosphere in which we live to an atmosphere of service, I want to talk a little bit more about selfless service today. And I'll just mention 2 of the many blessings that come from our selflessly serving others. First, as you serve together with family and friends, the Lord and God's children, you and your family will feel that they are part of something bigger. Somehow we've got to get into that mindset, for lack of a better term, of where we are looking outside of ourselves and having these experiences where we're a part of something. We really are part of something bigger. It's interesting that in 2018, in a Brigham Young University study, it revealed that young people who serve strangers have a higher self-esteem, self-worth, right? And I think that part of what we need to lift in everybody is to feel part of something bigger and feel more self-worth about ourselves, right? Because there's so much depression and anxiety and other things like that, and we need to put people in a position to feel what they can feel that comes through selfless service. So the second blessing of selfless service to others will literally create a people's interest in Jesus Christ and his restored gospel. And why help the people understand that why you are serving right now and what your real motives are, right? Remember your motives, your purpose as a disciple of Jesus Christ. You are choosing God and loving his children. And that has to be one of the driving forces of your everyday living, right? I believe personally that serving with pure motives is part of what the Savior promised when he said these words. When we serve with pure motives, I think that then this is what really happens, right? And we all know these verses, right? Ye are the light of the world. A city that's set on a hill cannot be hid. Neither do men light a candle and put it under a bushel, but on a candlestick, and it giveth light unto all that are in the house. Let your light so shine before men that they may see your good works and glorify your Father which is in heaven. My friends, please encourage, allow, make time for, and find appropriate service opportunities for you and your family and your friends. You will bless the people you have. You will bless the people that you have the privilege to serve, but it will also bless your family and friends by providing them experiences that will help them emotionally and spiritually. And I think that that's significant with the people and in the times that we live in. And you'll help them become a light on the hill, not in a prideful way, but really because you'll be shining a light more on our Savior Jesus Christ and who he really is, right? Especially if you have pure motives. And remember what he said. He says, people will see their good works and glorify their Father which is in heaven. People in the day that we live need to see what life can really be all about as we serve others. I just recently, just yesterday, right, had a friend that was impacted by some killings that were in Salt Lake, right? And it's crazy the world we live in. It can really get us down, right? And a lot of people live with emotional difficulties, and those things are very, very real, and spiritual difficulties. But we can look outside of ourselves and have the blessing that comes from people seeing our good works and the self-esteem that comes with it and the glory that come and we'll glorify, for lack of a better term, we'll glorify our Father which is in heaven, right? Now, just let me share something. Some might say this about what I'm asking you to do. Some might say that this won't work in my family. You say this probably because your current family culture is more than likely a self-serving culture rather than a selfless culture, right? Because you're always doing everything that points inward. But somehow we've got to change that. Somehow we just got to begin to act, begin to do, right? More than likely everyone is, if you're saying that is really difficult to figure out how to do, then more than likely everyone is turning inwards towards self. And that may sound really harsh, but that's kind of normal in the world that we live today, unfortunately. So it is because the adversary has taught the world to turn away from God that happiness is found. let me state this the right way. The adversary has taught the world today to turn away from our Father in heaven, and that happiness is turned by turning inside of yourself. But let me be clear, all sin is selfish. And the reality is that's going to offend some people. It might even offend you. But I promise you, as we turn outwards, right, we use our agency to love God and to love and serve and bless others. That use of agency, for which it was given as a gift to you and I, will, and if we use it that way, will change you and the people around you and everybody that you serve. If you and I want to have a positive, transformational change on our family and friends, culture, or the current circumstances in which you live, we need to quit asking how. And because all we can think about is the words that we need to share. And just have selfless service. And this is the real point of what I'm trying to say today, and I haven't done a very good job of it. And just have selfless service opportunities with our Savior Jesus Christ. Just do it. Just plan, get engaged in serving other individuals in all the various ways that you can do that, and have experiences with the Savior as He blesses you and your family and your friends just by doing it. Right? And we glorify God in the process, and things start to happen. Right? You just do it. You don't think about it, you just do it. And I promise you that if you go and you do, the Lord will provide a way. The Lord will provide a way for a family and friends and a culture and everything to change, in which people start to change. When you start to live in a culture of love and service and kindness and joy and all those other types of things. Because there's always a way. And our Savior Jesus Christ is at the center of this, and it is His work. And He will bless us to do that. And we need to. We live in a time when it's so desperately, desperately needed. When our Savior Jesus Christ is so desperately, desperately needed. And people need to see that in you and I. I've experienced it many, many times when I've turned outwards, especially in times of huge need. And you just forget yourself and you go to work. That's what you do. Okay. Have a great day, and we'll just keep moving over the next couple of days. We only got 2 more days about what is the most worth unto you, and I hope you're thinking a little bit about what could be the most worth unto you as you move forward into this year. And I guess we'll talk to you tomorrow. You have a great day. We'll talk to you later.